Kelly Grogan. I'm one of the chief residents here at the Johns Hopkins Department of Anesthesia and Critical Care Medicine. One of my many responsibilities as chief resident is to help oversee the education of the other residents in our department. At a teaching institution such as ours, we try to ensure that every resident graduating from our program has mastered the field of anesthesia. We accomplish this by rotating our residents through the many different subspecialty rotations in anesthesia. On these rotations, our residents will have the honor of working side by side with senior and sometimes world-renowned attending anesthesiologists. With over 100 attendings, you can imagine the vast differences in practice style that our residents are exposed to. Jeffrey Kirsch, our residency program director, once said that upon graduation, a Hopkins resident will have become an amalgam of all of the different anesthesiologists in our department, practicing the best techniques and safest methods in the world. One of the things that I've noticed, however, is that not only do the residents adopt the techniques and methods of their attendings, they also unconsciously acquire the mannerisms and speech of the particular attending that they're currently working with. To demonstrate this phenomenon, I installed a hidden camera in the residents' lounge and documented some of our residents on their lunch break. The degree to which each resident alters their behavior varies depending on their particular attending for the day. Some of the residents simply adopted the speech patterns of their attending.
What do you mean they operate on the wrong side? It's like we talked about before QA. I say it's the left, you say it's the left, the surgeon says it's the left, the nurse says it's the left, the patient says it's the left, then, and only then, is it the left. Okay, okay, okay? Are we all on the same page?
Well, Dan, you see, my philosophy on call is I let the second year take charge. And that way you get a little more sleep. And they can call you when there's a problem or, you know, if they're having difficulty with an extubation. But the way I see it, you don't need to be there the whole time.
Well, normally I have a multi-grain bagel with jelly and a coffee with skim milk and proper sugar with my wife made me these peas and chicken and rice and how are you? Are you happy?
Others adopted the unconventional and sometimes rigid techniques.
So today we're doing cataracts. And I can tell you how we used to do them over at trauma. We gave blood. Lots of blood. All you need is 114 gauge IV. Cataract, no problem.
Yeah, we're having a good day over there at Weinberg. You bet. Got some epidurals in there, man. When you dose it up, you just can't tease the epidural. You need to put a serious dose in there, you know, with a little 30 cc's or so volume, 75, you know, 3/4% with some epi. You got to make it happen. Yeah. And, you know, when you're anesthetizing a patient, you need to be very quiet. Okay?
That's fine, but I can tell you that everything is relative, and hitting bone is information.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. You can do that case any way you want, as long as you have an Eshman, an LMA, and a head strap. And you may want to add some propofol, rocuronium, and fentanyl.
At times, I began to worry about infectious risks and the safety of my residents.
Howard, come here for a second. I gotta talk to you. Listen, you got a minute? Okay, listen. I got this case I want to talk to you about, okay? Just listen to me. We're gonna use halothane. Halothane. What's the MAC of halothane? The MAC of... Howard, you have to understand this, okay? We're gonna use halothane and remifentanil.
Fentanyl?
Okay? Just listen. Just stop. Just stop. Take a breath. Just listen to me. We're gonna use halothane and remifentanil. I want you to understand this. This could be a good study. Okay, we're gonna study this. Halothane, remifentanil together.
Right.
And this is gonna be good, okay? Okay.
All right.
Sometimes the attending appeared able to change the residents' moral, social, or even political belief systems, or just leave them with a song stuck in their head.
Propofol? Is that one of those newfangled liberal drugs? Any good conservative Republican would use pentothal sucks in a tube.
If you go out in the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. If you go out in the woods today, you better go in disguise.
And finally, the influence can be so strong that even people's eating behaviors are changed.
Coke tastes good. Now that's based on personal clinical experience and not on a controlled, double-blinded, randomized, prospective clinical trial.
Are you going to eat that potato chip right there?
As for myself, I have been completely unaffected by this phenomenon. All right, hon, are we done here yet? Because I gotta go get a smoke.
You should not have come back!
Welcome, sports fans, to the first annual blah blah blah. This event will determine, I can't get it all out at once, to the first annual, much harder than it looks.
Cath lab pre-op and transport.
You're getting a little too excited here.
Okay.
What about the spittoon?
Why don't you,
They're registered weapons.
Right,
There's
right.
a little fuck up right in the
That's okay.
separation.
Alright, you want to do it again?
See this? Don't ask me anything about drugs because I don't know anything, okay?
Chris Wu. Well, I don't understand what it is you guys do. I mean, it's a useless service.
Become an amalgam. I can't do that. That upon graduation, a Hopkins resident. Can you put the me in there?
That's gonna go to our blooper reel.
You should totally have one of those. In the residence lounge, and documented some of our residents on their I'm itching.
To me.
Fentanyl.
Just listen to me. Remifentanil, yes?
Remifentanil.
Okay. Howard, I don't want, no, don't talk. Just listen.
You might want to get some fentanyl, some racuronium, and short-acting agents only.
Propofol!
If you go out in the woods today, you're in for a big surprise.